Yeah. Spotted trouble. Time to earn my commission. Up for that right now.
Come upon me unawares.
Can't fight.
Forever vigilant.
Each a vital cog. Hello?
You can't. Hostile detected.
Sustain the system. Giving chase. The Protectorate endures.
That's a bad
Pay in kind.
My aftermarket parts are
When the people hunger for more, they will cut down their own brethren to sate their appetites. If we are to continue fighting them,
Looks like a fight.
survive.
Check enemy like jump circle.
Gas still recharging. Let's get you healed. Happy to help. Discreetly.
Guns cocked and loaded.
Protectorate personnel only beyond this point. Leave immediately. If you are not of the Protectorate, you are this unit's enemy. Preparing to unleash
Liquidator.
detected.
I like this. This light. More for the scales.
Attention, IRC staff. Please head inside for an important announcement from the consul. Attendance is mandatory.
Be more surprised if it was optional. At least that explains where everyone went.
Earn that commission. Armed and ready.
anomalous event. The interstitial hall in Exhibition Tower is off limits for the foreseeable future to any and all non-essential personnel. All requests to view the prototype rift anomaly modulator are hereby suspended for the time being. Please note all further inquiries and statements in the lead researcher's office.
Subjects, listen well. Days ago, our beloved sovereign, in his infinite wisdom, submitted himself to mental refreshment to strengthen his resolve for the good of all. At his command, I, Emery Thoreau, now accept the responsibility of shepherding you through these dark times. For I address you today not as the consul, nor even as your new leader, but I cannot do it alone.
The Sovereigns are down. Downright dumb compared to the console.
Not a time for that.
This is gonna be bad for everyone.
I reckon that's Protectorate for I assassinated the Sovereign and seized control. If true, this console will be a nasty one to go up against.
Stand tall with renewed zeal. Together, we will finish
The troublemaker.
Take the heat off me. Just say this.
There must be something here. I know. Then you must be responsible for all the commotion I heard just now. For both our sakes, I think it best if we continue as we were. I will forget I saw you as I'd grasp a live rod if I could pass its current to him. Although, that must have been so naturally. Valancourt supplied. Whatever the cause of the incident, it is my duty as a law. That modulator will be necessary to once you be cautious. That is what we've. Valancourt keeps. I've already shared more with.
Matriarch's pride. I could deplete
Coming up with some foes.
Better than people acting.
Liquidator. Back in business. rift looks goopy. Wonder what it consists of. There it is, the rift modulator. Surely it can't be that easy, just taking it.
To the unsubtle thief. Yes, you. It's not every day that someone is fool enough to break into the Interstitial Reconfiguration Center. I'd be obliged if you would regale me with the tale of how you managed to get this far. A crude assessment. I suspect you did not reach here unaided. So who was it? Which one of my undutiful brain box? You cannot fall. Well, there will be time to scrutinize every angle of this no.
Oh, you
Don't
too.
be invasive!
As of this morning's demonstration, we have finally proven my central thesis. Matter within the rifts is not permanently destroyed.
inbound. Lots of stuff.
In our midst!
Miranda would have been 17 today. I can scarce imagine her. My little son. Nearly a woman grown. Will she recognize her father, I wonder? After all he has done to bring
Always pays to plan ahead. These ought to make sure in trouble,
gaze
sir.
upon him with pride. Happiest of returns, Miranda. I trust this year to be the last year.
This ain't exactly befitting of a sovereign. Oh, and he's eating boar's loaf too? Oh. Maybe this is some odd form of self-flagellation?
Say, bet we can unfold that grip now. I got it.
No trouble, man.
A lockdown.
Give the order, and I'll take care of him, Commander.
That cover spot looks much better. Through his ben.
Yeah, it's my professional opinion that Valancourt's got issues. His manner of fighting is just compensating for something.
My family's wise counselor for more years than I have drawn breath, Emery. But that does not grant you the right to challenge my will.
Why, I challenge nothing. I simply offer guidance where I may. I've neither the wish nor the strength to usurp your authority.
I know you have designs on my rift research. What I cannot understand is what you intend to do with it. What exactly are you plotting?
Suspicion is unbecoming, Henry. And restoring Arcadia to resplendence is my sole aim, as it should be yours. Yet you remain intent to use the rift for the most tenuous of means.
You forget yourself, Constantine. Brave, I do not forget all the loyal service you have given me, or you might lose more than just your standing in my affections.
Having that device nabbed on his watch nigh guarantees Valancourt a long What? I'll lead us to the restricted wing now. There's the sorry excuse of interstitial reconfiguring matter that claimed my arm. Let's open the hood, shall we? You've discovered something? I had heard that any... Did you uncover anything? I knew it! I would characterize Valancourt as many vile and unmentionable things, but a traitor? No. The man cannot defecate without humming a Protectorate anthem. For all the time, I think I'm beginning to understand exactly what happened here. But if you... How did this go? You've provided more evidence than I could have hoped for. Our dear head of security has much to answer for. I'm no longer willing to wait for the arc of justice to bend... you should... What are you doing? I told you not to...
I rather enjoyed our quarrels. And you...
Let me handle this!
You may as well cease your... Let me know when you need it. Unpleasant as I find your company, I must ask you to vacate the area at once. I'm preparing our defenses against an intruder.
Hold the pleasantries, Valancourt. I know you sabotaged the experiment that nearly killed me and the Sovereign. I have the proof.
Calm yourself, Doctor. Such a belligerent tone is unbecoming from one of your profession.
Don't tell me to calm down, you traitorous worm! Someone, either you or acting under your orders, deliberately removed a vital part from the rift generator, ensuring a catastrophic failure. I've seen the sabotage myself.
For you to have discovered that, you'd have needed to reopen the rift. Ah, you're collaborating with the thief, aren't you? Oh, Doctor, big mistake.
I'm going to report you to Central Control. The Sentinels should know one of their own has gone rogue.
Oh, shall I quake and quiver? Your threats are wasted air. We Sentinels are now empowered to act extrajudiciously. I was merely taking initiative. It matters not if the Consul failed to recognize my foresight at the time. All came to right in the end, now that that simpleton Varric is off the throne. You've turned into such a disappointment, Sophia. First, you blunder my perfect plan. With your disgusting heroism. And now you conspire with outsiders.
That outsider barely needed my help. Of the two of us, clearly it is you whose job efficacy has most deteriorated.
Bold of you to assume I don't have everything under control. Or did you think I hadn't cottoned on to this obvious distraction?
Distraction? I don't know what—
You'll die now, burglar.
Back to it.
liquidate him!
Grenade close at hand!
Thus always to traitors. Morale will certainly improve in the lab now, I should think, provided Valancourt's replacement is not also an absolute Pilgarlic. I had prepared this trauma kit, but obviously that turned out to be an unnecessary precaution. Please, take it with my gratitude. I'm not sure murdering the head of security at a highly valued research facility makes the— have no—
Now that you have the Rift Modulator, any previously inaccessible rifts could be worth revisiting. Rifts may contain useful equipment and resources. However, due to the chaotic nature of reconstitution, some creative problem solving may be required in reaching them.
of time, as always.
Your arrival could not be more timely. Then, to the task at hand. Who knows what technologies the Protectorate is withholding? If the Matriarch was the genius she's purported to be, the skip drive cannot... but not for much longer. We must first gain entry to the security room. Glad we're unlikely to have another chance.
Color me surprised.
The Consul is incensed about the death of one of his own. He sends sentinels to hunt Audra down. I try to help her hide, but they found her anyway. They tortured her for the locations of the other members of our cell. They're all gone now, dead. I alone am left to complete our...
Commander, please.
I will not pretend it isn't a blow, but what's done is done. There will be time to...
Stay close and keep silent. The less attention we draw, the better.
I now present to you my new invention, the skip drive.
Set course for Arcadia.
Let me know when you...
More ambulation, less aspiration.
Sovereign's good name? The security system's been activated. Run!
Do not rush me. Wait, what is that buzzing noise?
No!
No!
Well done springing the jaws of that trap on the Sentinel. Now to give that docent similar treatment.
Matriarch, preserve me. How in the places am I to report this?
On your command. Not getting up without help, Commander! Knew you had my back.
That company, Commander. Friendly contact. Been taken care of. Continue. Wait there. I'll come to you.
Well handled. There should be a hidden entrance. There. We can access the lower level now. The security room that we need to reach is nearby.
Who goes? No one is allowed in here without the proper authorization. Ah.
Damn. The head curator. I had hoped to slip in before his shift, but no matter. We cannot allow him to leave and raise the alarm. He must be dispatched, quickly.
How's that now?
Now hold on. I know we had to kill that fella with the Sentinel, but this man's unarmed. He's already surrendered.
I rather think that line has some blurry distinction.
How much of a fuss could this one fella cause, really? Come on, Zeb. No need to cut any bellies over maybes and ifs.
Please, if secrecy's your concern, you may rely upon me to be the utmost spirit of discretion. I have never betrayed a confidence in my life.
Allowing him to leave would be a grave error of mercy, one we can ill afford in this place.
Yes, right. I have a family. Well...
do not allow these Are you? My sister was made into a shadow. I endured daily sessions with the Lathe of Particularity and still find...
The commander's right.
I never have possessed immunity against your...
You are merciful and wise. I will depart at once.
Let's hope the You...
No going back from here. Not until we've done what we can.
Hold! Don't set foot in that room. Run!
Over here, Commander. Reckon I found something that might be useful later. Have a look, Commander. Who knows? Could come in handy. Just doing my... Let's...
In spite of substantial efforts to prolong his life, my father's condition continues to deteriorate.
You've made it through. Good. Now there should be 3 switches in this room. When pulled... Damn it! We triggered the automated security forces! Niles, watch out!
Lights flashing before my eyes, Commander! Revive me!
has exacted toll, although that is likely to finish the time of disease had already begun.
Before you make a second attempt, I just found a logbook that indicates there are N-ray wires installed that may correspond with each switch. Perhaps that'll be useful. The code I originally supplied can still be relied upon. 132.
I cannot abide the time this research into the rifts is taking. It has been years, and yet I am still absent my wife and daughter. I am still half whole. The researchers swear it's possible to bring them back from the void. Perhaps those are only pretty lies intended to pacify me, but I trust Dr. Hurley to tell me the truth. I know the Consul wishes me to give up this obsession and focus on the war effort, but why should I? Am I not sovereign of Arcadia?
Wrong again. The code is 132.
No! No target!
I'm heartened to see you were not overly impeded by this. That vault door is quite the obstruction. Fortunately, there should be a code. Fuck! They changed it recently. That shouldn't have happened until next week. I'm certain I can diagnose the issue. Now that you've cleared the way, I'll come down and join you.
I might have something else that can get you into that vault, Commander. Zeb seem a little off to you, Commander? In all fairness, he tried to help. That business with the curator, I'm glad Zeb stood down, but it was close. Never seen him so eager for bloodletting before. I know you're right. Well, speaking, turns out you were right about trusting my instincts. You...
Nice! I was hoping for a more subtle incursion, but...
Am I running hot, or was that a hell of a worry?
I neglected to pack a thermometer. This terminal should allow me to retrieve all the information stored here.
In times of darkness, we must hold our principles dear. I fear the longer this war continues...
This cannot be right. There's nothing here save the designs for the skip drive. Not even initial concepts. 10 years in Arcadia and the Matriarch invented... nothing? And what's this about a deal with the Earth Directorate? We need to talk. Now.
Sorely misguided. Why close them when we can use...
I knew the Protectorate festered with lies, but I had no idea the Earth... Niles.
Slow up, Zeb. What are you talking about?
It says your agency struck an agreement with the Matriarch over a century ago. In exchange for skip drives, Arcadia was allowed to completely govern itself with absolutely no outside interference, including from the Earth Directorate.
What message? Why didn't you say anything about it sooner?
If this information is true, then the Earth Directorate permitted the Matriarch to create a colony filled with her vassals, enslaved to her everything Arcadia is. All of the suffering that's taken place here. It all could have been avoided. Things could have been different. There's more. The skip drive schematics are here. How the explosive safeguards against are... I thought I might find some technological innovation that could be handed to the Protectorate's enemies. By releasing this information, we can thoroughly crush the image the Protectorate has been built upon. No longer will the Protectorate's myth of superiority be used as a cudgel against its own populace. If we administer truth to the people, their strength will return. Erstwhile, giving the skip drive designs to the Protectorate's enemies will even the fight. Their technological prowess will be made into nothing. Everything will come apart.
Took the words right out of my mouth. Not to mention how this agreement with the Protectorate will completely destroy the Earth Directorate's reputation.
I was not aware of such a connection between rifts and the skip drives. But I have confidence the Order will figure out a solution. Science is their theater, after all. As for the Earth Directorate, don't you see? This frees them from any obligation to the Protectorate. They'll be able to manufacture skip drives themselves. The deal will be voided. Once the problem of the rift is solved and ships can enter the system, why not? From what Niles told me, the Earth Directorate would be in opposition to Protectorate tyranny. I'll admit, the Earth Directorate has much to answer for. But if they would help, I would welcome it.
It's worth holding the Earth Directorate's feet to the fire for this deal, but I don't think the entire organization should be judged by its worst decision. It's done a lot of good, too. Plus, making the skip drive tech available, that's like throwing a lit match into a fuel converter. Can't think of a worse idea right now.
Do you think the Protectorate stand around debating the potential for injury? No. They act, and so must we. Damn the consequences. Niles, careful! I was hoping for a more... subtle incursion. No matter.
Am I running hot, or was that a hint of worry I heard in your voice back there?
This terminal should allow me to retrieve all the information stored here.
In times of darkness, we must hold our principles dear. I fear the longer this war...
This cannot be right. There's nothing here save the designs for the skip drive. Not even initial concepts. 10 years in Arcadia and the Matriarch invented... nothing? And what's this about a deal with the Earth Directorate? We need to talk. Now.
Sorely misguided.
I knew the Niles. It said in exchange for skip drives, Arcadia was allowed to completely govern itself with absolutely no outside... If everything Arcadia is, all of the suffering that's taken place here... I thought I might find some technological innovation that could be handed by no erstwhile. Giving the skip drive designs to the Protectorate's enemies will even the fight.
So not to...
As for the Earth Directorate, don't you see?
Plus...
Do you think the Protectorate stand around debating the potential for injury? No. They act, and so must we. Damn the consequences. Very well. I suppose you've earned your organization some grace.
Still ain't sure about loosening the skip drive designs, but we've got some time there. Until the rift is fixed, no one's going anywhere using one. Not unless they have a death wish. And this way, at least the Earth Directorate's reputation will stay intact too.
Whatever happens next, the Protectorate won't survive it. That's all that matters. Thank you for your assistance in this matter. I had my doubts, but you truly delivered. I'll remain a while longer and make sure to grab everything off the data banks.
Guess this is goodbye.
Only for now. If we both come out of this war
I want...
There they are. These are the ruffians who threatened me.
On your command.
Hastening to come. Demonstrating. Back
in business.
Damn it. Zeb was right. We never should have let that curator go. We could have prevented this. Don't even know where to start with everything. I reckon the information about the matriarch and the skip drive will stir up some fervor, but Zeb was right. The people deserve to know the truth. Well, most of it. I'm glad we were able to leave the Earth Director's name off the record. Deep down, I'm still convinced the galaxy is better with the Earth Directorate in it, flawed as it is. But what happened with Arcadia can never be allowed to happen again. Something has to change within the Directorate. And I think we're best positioned to see that reformation through. Right. Even if the form it takes is that of the agent. All said, I appreciate you giving me the space to work through this. Like...
For a medic. Happy to help. Discreetly. Out of sight and on the way.
security breach has been detected. A full laboratory lockdown is now in effect. Repeat, this is a full laboratory lockdown. Stay connected. Security personnel. And always trust that the Sovereign protects.
Knew a few arc welders back on Triangular. Kill for a scene like that. Lower the rate of deaths on the job for sure.
Attention subjects. The laboratory lockdown has been lifted, and your faith in the Sovereign has been reaffirmed. Resume normal activities.
You know, there might be a goodie or two for Val in there.
Have an update about that. Personal. Back at Winter's Grasp, I found someone was continuing Anais. Had Val set the location on our map. Inquire away.
Commander,
Can we...
Commander, I've been thinking on the fact that so many of my slack-witted brethren believe it reasonable that I've been marked. So there is someone who would have tried to contact me to warn me. Someone who wouldn't have been taken in by a faked kill order. Point taken. I knew him from before. Long before the glorious diary. And that's hopefully it will bring me that much.
Got Inez, you think Helen would approve of us taking on a product pusher? Heard and acknowledged, Commander.
The cult, this unit reminds the readying database.
believe Arcadia shall ever return to
Algorithmic disease?
Ruth Basar is the first among equals of the Laureate. She will raise humanity to perfection.
Oh, I didn't expect us to wander into the scene of a murder. But somehow I'm not. We should find a way inside. There might be clues to what happened. And where Anais's research... They should have been sealed in that room to focus on their studies uninterrupted. No one in or out. There might... There may be more to...
We should keep looking.
I've had a chance to look around. You seem like a poor thing. Hard to say with just a superficial... I believe my old department is... Chow seemed worried they were... That old research facility... We need a way to keep any... We developed tactics at...
Cease any and all manner of preempt. Don't know who you all are.
Ah, Exemplar, if I may. Surely you recognize such a notable member.
I can't recall if I ended whoever came up with that name. Surely hope so.
You were head causality intercessor of the Department of Preemptive Causal Redirection.
More or less.
Well, what a fortuitous alignment of low probability events this is. Our efforts here are based on your former department. You should confer with Anchorus Brunn straight away.
We actually sought to find you and others of your program, Intercessor Delgado. A serendipitous event, you arriving. Assuming you'll vouchsafe for your colleagues, you may all proceed.
Welcome to Point Obviation.
Anchorus Brunn is continuing Anais research from Winter's Grass. I'm sure of it. Best play along for now, until we can ascertain the best course of action.
Guarded. Let's not make any sudden moves. Unless, you know, we want to fight.
Look, everyone! It's the endpoint. Come to join us, I take it.
I do have a unique interest in what you all are doing here.
I am a longtime vocal exponent of your work.
Doubt the Anchoress will walk away from the research lightly. May require some aggressive convincing.
Oh, who's this? Oh, yes, I remember you. We met earlier at the site of my former seclusion. I've heard much of you. If I recall correctly, you helped prove Anchorus Chow's argument that violence is sometimes necessary. I admit I have modified my stance toward that more recently. I understand you allowed and you an impressive body of work, though often quite mortiferously inclined.
Less so over time. There were too many pesky repercussions, I came to find.
Yes, well, to what do we owe the pleasure? Are you familiar with our goals? Come to join up, perhaps, or should I say re-enlist? It was more of a disputation as a scholarly objection than a manifesto per se, but why quibble? Anchorus Chow is very much against it. Her accident was quite tragic. You saw the disputation, though. Tell me, what did you think? You read it, yes? Surely you're aware of the myriad errors of our current presiding bishop and previous regime. One of whom shut down the division that operated here, the other squandered it. Our sect aims to end human suffering, sooner than later. We've taken great inspiration from your former department, from their methods and their science. To solve the universal equation in our lifetime requires bold action, clever calculation, and assiduous work. Yes, we have Grace, that is Exemplar Southworth, to thank for that. Her visits to the Anchorhold were quite thought-provoking, as was the research she showed me from Sia Bujold. Bujold's thinking was unconventional, ahead of her time. Why, in fact, she's here with us now today, overseeing an experiment that proved—
Really? Sia Bujold is here, at present, in this facility? The one we're presently standing in?
Yes, we're so very pleased to have her. If you thought her work before was captivating, wait until you hear the experiment she's overseeing now. The intent is to represent the building blocks of the universe within a test chamber, then extrapolate data revealing the universal equation from the micro-universe that forms.
Sounds like it could change everything, one might.
Why, you should go see for yourself. As former colleagues, I'm sure you'd like to reacquaint. Go on. I'll call down to let her know. Yes, she... We'll speak further after you check over Sia Bourgeot's work and the experiment concludes. Oh, so exciting.
How much longer do you predict preparation?
Head Intercessor Delgado. What in the endless... Shh! Comms off, but others are near. I need your aid before this ridiculous affair careens into disaster. Can I rely on you this time? Or will you already intend on scurrying away again? I came to derail this line of inquiry in such a discommodious way that no one would ever consider trying it again. For all the aforementioned reasons of it likely causing, or at least queuing up and leading to, the end of all things. You chose to leave me behind, again. So when they came calling, I thought it an opportunity to sort it all myself.
This shouldn't be your burden. It's on me.
You don't get to decide that, or adjudicate. The test involves 4 stations. Each represents one of the fundamental building blocks of the universe. Zeranium gas, macro-ivs, nucleons, N-rays, all the usual stuff. That test chamber is where all are meant to mix, to simulate a mini-universe I can apply my theories to, pull data from, and deduce the universal equation in a reduced time frame. We know what happens if that's successful, so I need you to muck with each station's settings, then initiate the experiment. All you need to do is adjust each station's settings slightly. Things will cascade from there. Remember, subtlety is required.
Yes, if we alter the experiment input data in a less than delicate fashion, Brunn will notice.
The guards on the 2nd floor won't appreciate visitors, so avoid getting spotted. Here's a maintenance key. Head down the vent. It's only the fate of the galaxy riding on it, so perhaps try to be careful.
Mobilizing.
Unfriendly nearby.
Careful. What did you do? I trusted you. I'll end you. What did you do? I trusted you. I'll end you. What did you do? I trusted you. I'll end you.
I'm no tenured archivist, but that sounds dangerously unstable. Oh well.
Enemy spotted.
I'll handle this.
I mentioned to be careful. Hostile in proximity.
Indelibly eradicate algorithmic dissonance.
If you're done, evaluating my work and all settings are final, enter the terminal command to void the oxygen from the test chamber. The experiment will...
Did it work? Did it work? Sia Bourgeois, was it a success? What happened?
Hold the applause just yet. I need to run the numbers. I'm sending the others back up to you. They can describe the proceedings in detail.
I shall await their arrival. Anchoress Brunn.
The results of the experiment will be a career-ending embarrassment for Anchoress Brunn. But she won't accept this lightly. We'll need to do more.
Yes, our next steps here will be crucial. I know this type of mission well. Granted, my targets were...
You'll need to convince her, destroy her logic, end this research. All it requires is a forceful array of incisive argumentation.
You mean one of our old brain-off maneuvers? That's what the rank and file in our old department used to call it. Provost Bolding considered it.
Make Brunn give up on science, logic, and reason entirely. then no one will ever dare continue the research again. Between you and Marisol, it should be a light challenge. Easy. And here I thought you'd begun to change.
I would be willing and on hand to assist, and the other option would remain if we botch it. I'm not.
The Order of the Ascendant should be dedicated.
Marisol knows what she's doing. I vote for murder. I just love watching her work.
Seems reasonable.
Honestly, I'm relieved as well. I am.
From the legend? I'll cut off her comms when she begins playing. And Marisol, do keep out of trouble.
There you are. Perhaps I oughtn't to have recloistered myself till after the experiment concluded, Well, don't just stand there. Tell me everything. What? Are you all right? Did you hit your head coming up here? I mean, what is that supposed to mean? It couldn't... Wait. Let's start from the beginning. Step me through your understanding of what's gone awry. I assure you it is not. Grace was personal. What else concerned you? Did Seer Bujold this? It simply needs to be revised and refined. You certainly seem to be making a lot out. Look, there may be some validity to some of your points, yes. Oh, now is that all? Because I think I've had enough of all this. Everything... Really? Will I become a laughingstock among my peers? Have the whispered jeer... The experiment data just arrived in my terminal. Allow me to eyeball it a moment. There was some variance to the input data. Not far beyond acceptable parameters, but curious. Could explain the... Oh, come, this...
If I may, I have a point I'd like to add. There's a critical flaw in Seer Bujold's approach I think best illustrated by this. Time flies like an arrow. Fruit fly. I much appreciate this. Through the framework...
What was that? You're starting to worry me. What do you intend to do? There was some variance to the input data. There, perhaps I oughtn't have recloistered myself till after the experiment concluded, What? Wait. Wait. Really? In what way? Solving, though, it simply needs to be revised and refined. You certainly seem to be making a lot of... Look, there may be some validity to some... Now, is that all? Because I think I've had enough of all this. Everything we've done here is built off Seer Bujold's research, which that's both incorrect. There was some variance to the input data. Not far beyond acceptable.
Oh, this, if I may, I have a point I'd like to add. I'm through this...
It lacks context. When you extrapolate the data, that is an interesting thought puzzle.
We tried. Our fallback plan's our only option now. Head for the hat.
What was that? You're starting to worry me. What do you intend to do?
Fellow scholars of the Order, a tragic accident has occurred. During our recent experiment in Test Chamber Beta, we failed to recognize that ventilation systems have been left connected to Test Chamber Alpha. As you know, it had been recently refurbished as an enclosure for Anchoris Brun. She gave her life for science. Well, it's true that we found the related research deeply flawed, but she gave her life for the pursuit of science. As the experiment was a colossal failure, I, as senior scientist remaining, have determined we must abandon this inquiry and shut down the program immediately. Oh, such a terrible shame. Farewell!
I understand now why they say never meet your heroes, Intercessor Delgado. A key experiment fails and Anchoris Brun falls...
That's circumstantial and more than a mite bit paranoid. I expect better from an Order scientician.
Eve, don't think I don't see your handprints all over this, Delgado. Don't try to I'm not buying it. The Anchoris, poor trusting soul that she was, fascinating. I'm well versed in manipulative prevarication from feckless mutineers. Try again. Really? You don't? I know you, fellow.
At it before.
Oh, thank you, Anais. Oh, Brunn obviously murdered her. Thought you knew that. Perhaps it was an accident. Perhaps she simply wanted to knock Chow unconscious. Or not, but her canned feigned concern about Chow. How she... Oh, no.
Well...
Commander, I've had some time to cogitate over what occurred at Point. I think we could, and yet, such actions were par for the course for me in the past. Yes, Southworth was complicit. And now she's, I hope so at least. According to Anne, she seemed pleased that we at least attempted to address her concerns, so it's been, I appreciate.
Proceeding to attack. Riders are in the red, Commander.
Avenge my death!
I'm alive. Who needs to die? Thank you, Tina. Check your scopes for combatant analysis. Adversary vulnerabilities identified.
Restore my life or avenge my...
Reviving me is strategically optimal.
I'm alive. Who needs to die?
Investigating hostile intentions.
I'll try my next victim. I mean, a hot. Either restore my life or avenge my death.
Mobility interrupted.
Purification in progress.
Mobility interrupted.
Scan.
I'm alive. Who needs to die?
Resorting to violence. I have a fix on their weaknesses. Target analyzed. Lay down.
Quarry found. Swine.
Check your scopes for you suffered extensive damage, Commander. Mitigating the threat. Locking them down. I have a fix on their weaknesses.
I'm alive. Who needs to die?
Hostilities are afoot. Combatant scan.
ignorant fools!
Adversary
I'm almost sorry
vulnerabilities
I have
identified.
to kill you. Almost. I'm not just saying this because I take great joy in the killing of those who have betrayed me, but we should find...
Such as?
What about it? I do not... What? Sorry. Caught me lost in my...
Such as?
Still too many corporate bootlickers drawing in. All right, but don't do too much killing.
You there. You need to leave. Did you not hear me? You must leave, you know, merged with the Rift. But this is and they are once again active after laying relatively dormant for years. I don't know what to say to that. Is that good? So, the power to manipulate rifts. That seems,
Did I hear something about manipulating the rifts, Acolyte? That's Mac. And you. You may be able to fool an Acolyte, but I'm not as easily flummoxed. In what way can you possibly manipulate that which is the Architect's own tool for our salvation? Yes, of course it does. Makes perfect sense. If it does, in fact, come, prove to me. Do not wander too far. My threat of violence is not to be taken lightly. The Acolytes will open fire if you don't stay near me. I must admit to a certain modicum of suspicion towards your claims, but consider my interest piqued.
Why is the Hierarch leading outsiders to the Rift?
Something of great import is afoot. No one gets escorted to the Rift. Is it time for sacrifices? When's our turn?
Acolyte Varney said he heard them talking about a device that can change the nature of the Rift.
That's preposterous. There's some tomfoolery ahead.
I am happy to obey the dictates of our leaders. I am content. I am loyal. I am happy to obey the dictates of our leaders.
If you can indeed control the Rift, as you say, that changes things. It could force us to rethink our understanding of the Rifts, but we are nothing if not truth seekers. We are here. Prove to me that your device can manipulate the Rift, as you claim. Gods, this should not be possible. That device borders on the heretical. You will hand it over now, and then we shall decide what to do with you. Your acolyte.
abides.
Wait. The Protectorate have the entrance to the Archive well fortified. Attacking straight on seems ill-advised. Before we go further, should we discuss a plan? Not a bad idea, though I'd also suggest garnering backup. All right.
Report them for mental refreshment post-haste. It's not just a good idea.
That's the central tower of the Archive. Too marvelous a piece of engineering to be in the hand.
Well, we have visitors. At first, we thought they were converts to the Order, newly initiated into the wonders and glory of the plan. And they apparently mistook us for believers of their zealous delusion. They are nonsensically worshippers of the rifts. The literal, actual rifts. Supposedly, through the rifts, we transcend this mortal coil and are united in an ethereal utopia, instead of the more likely experience of having one's atoms ripped apart. Still, despite their peculiar notions and rituals, we did not consider this to be disqualifying of our good grace and hospitality. Until they tossed Johansson into the rift. And while I cannot say for certain what happens when you pass through a rift, those of us who remain have no intention of finding out. We are planning a quiet exit in the night.
Yeah. Resorting to violence. Locking them down, taking the fight out of them.
Maybe now I can get to the truth of this kill order nonsense. I just need to check our comms device for a coded message from my old acquaintance, Severin. I knew it! He wants to help me find out who's behind this. I sent a reply telling him to meet me here on Cloister. It's not too far and should be safe.
Another up? Excuse me, I don't think you have the operation. All the items we put into the rift, they've been reconstituted.
Observe. On rare occasion, the plan provides two unknown variables simultaneously. Years of practical data gathering have taught me to... Damn it. Revert it to its previous state. Failing the device? Inevitable effect. Failed? Hurry! Assistant, activate the monitoring equipment and take readings. Again, it has reverted. Timing seems similar to the last stage. Is that indicative of the possibility? It's open again. Quickly, record all the relevant data and take down your observations. Reverted again! Infuriating! Open again. Quickly, record all the relevant data and take down your observations. Architect above. It seems to be using some kind of energy burst generated by a magnet. That's quite ingenious. The rifts are unlike any other phenomenon. Would you consider allowing me the opportunity to open the casing and examine the inner workings? No, forget I asked. What a preposterous question. Thank you for the demonstration. It was most... It seems rifts do not fit cleanly into our current understanding.
Captain, I fear I have a confession. I have found
Over here! You. I don't know you. But you, I do. It's good to see you, Eza. It's me, Severin. You know, I've never been to Cloister before.
What is wrong with you? Boy, damn it!
No, let's just say I'm well lubricated. You tried the new Prestige gin? It helps when you have to do something you really don't want to do. Yes. There are a bunch of sentinels in hiding.
Not before I mentally refresh your brain pan with my knife.
Maybe I deserve to be. I didn't want to do this. I guess I shouldn't have questioned the kill order so loudly. It was Reed. She summoned me, knew of the message I'd sent, said I'd ruined everything. To save myself, save the Dawn, I had to do this. I'm sorry, Asa.
Absolutely not. We don't need his help. We should just kill him and get on with the Sentinel killing. If we die, at least I'll be... You make a compelling argument. No need to waste our time killing yet more faceless cogs in the Protect...
But you're basically just asking me whether I'd like to be killed by you or the Sentinels. Because when they figure it out, they'll execute me. That Jinn must have muddled my greatness.
What an idiot. I can't believe I thought of him as a friend. I can't believe she betrayed us. And the whole of the Dawn to save her own life. What a coward. The unspeakable things I will do when I find her. Well, once I find her. The Exalted... No, I won't refer to her as such any longer. Dagmar continually moved around for safety. She always initiated contact with me. We do know that she was in league with the Sentinels, though. There's nothing of it but to get ourselves inside their headquarters on Praetor. We'll track her by accessing their comm system. I did mention all the killing, didn't I? What of it? So were a lot of people. It is no longer of any matter, regardless. They are dead. Patch yourself up! There, Commander.
Little pick-me, not quite charged yet.
Recommencing hostility.
They got our due bounty.
Use my death!
I'm alive. Who needs to die?
Central Control is open to no visitors. Even standing this close to Central Control is a major infraction. You need to leave. Now. You? Well, intruder at Central Control! Battles
Unfriendly company. They're mine.
Gas still recharging! Just getting healed. Out of sight.
Hastening to cover. Seeking cover.
Hello, Commander. Medic's order. Rats back in business.
I'm alive. Who needs to die?
Come up now.
Got company, Commander. Friendly time. Shark enough. Hostile nearby.
Careful.
Back in business.
Forever vigilant.
By my station, next time I meet a hostile about. Enemy spotted.
Dagmar didn't betray us to the Sentinels. She is a Sentinel, with a fucking office here in Central Control. It's enough to make one take leave of their sanity.
I reckon that ship's already sailed off into another fucking dimension.
I'm just going to pretend. Fortunately, there's an easy solution to Dagmar's betrayal. One which involves...
I suppose congratulations are in order for having dispatched so many Sentinels. Can't rightly say I'm surprised, what with... But still, impressive. And let's not forget that I was the one who gave Azahelia Leidinger a purpose and fulfillment. Look at how much fun you've had.
Oh, she's dead already. But I might make it quick if you have a good explanation for your betrayal.
Let's not be hasty. I mean, can it even be a betrayal if it was always lies? But I must say, when I started the Dawn at the Consul's behest, I knew you were the perfect candidate.
What are you talking about? There were cultists before me.
No, there were not. The fiction of a cult was born out of the need to convince the Sovereign to return to the true spirit of the Protectorate. The Consul feared he was too weak. I see that Aza isn't the only willfully ignorant. Society needs to be controlled for the greater good.
Anyone with a lick of sense...
As much as I'd prefer to not,
No, that's too quick. What about... No, not painful enough. Yes. Yes, that's it! What, you suddenly take issue with my methods? I can think of no reason to... I know of no other way to act.
Imbeciles! How did you let Aza get this far?
Stop her! She means to assassinate me!
Huh? Closer inspection. What?
Sharp enough. Hostiles nearby.
Never let herself be cornered. She's sure to have an escape route. We should find it.
You're still alive! Now, let's not be too hasty here. You seem a rational person. There must be something we can do to... Please don't...
Why are you talking to them, Dagmar? I'm the one you must answer to. Well, I'm waiting to hear your ineffectual arguments as to why you should be spared. And then I'll kill you. You can start by telling me why. Why'd you do it, and why me?
Why? I'm a loyal subject to the True Protectorate. What other reason is there? When the Consul tasked me to help save the colony, I did not even think to ask why. And you were an obvious choice. So lost, so dead inside. But then you went berserk. I never could have imagined how you'd take to the killing and mayhem. You brought me great praise from the Consul. Until you started asking questions and killing the wrong people.
Enough of this blathering on. It's well past time for Dagmar and her life to part ways. She's dead. As am I. Our enthusiasm got the better of us. Now that Dagmar is dead, I'll be leading the Dawn into the glorious future. True. I suspect some will simply jump into the closest rift. And to be perfectly candid, I'm hoping there are enough to keep my knife skills up at least. It's done. Let's leave this place. It sickens me. It's strange how I ended up here, leading the cult. If I hadn't started traveling with you, I may have spent my days hunting down the members I thought traitors and never realized it was Dagmar until too late. You may not have noticed, but I have a tendency to be a little impulsive, reckless, even. Don't worry. I take my new role serious. The cult needs me. They need my certainty. And I'm not discounting your part in all this. Like I said, without you, I'd be dead.
I always find now. How might we be of use to one another? I find myself wishing you'd been less persuasive. But you've proven yourself well, but we have recently experienced a pivotally important, unforeseen development. One of the satellites comprising the Hyperion web was struck by a wayward craft and crashed on Paradise Island. I need someone to recover an informational component from it. I hope your zeal I can't collect.
And the Protectorate both count very little. The Order of the Ascendant counts the most. And now a song from a composer predicted to have...
At your service, within acceptable parameter.
this year.
If it isn't my favorite collaborator. I thought I said we shouldn't be seen together. You did sharpen my pencil, so I'll put in a word with my associates to pass along to whatever. In exchange for my help, however, I want you to bring the data back here so that I can make my ex-Auntie's Choice associates.